Hey guys, welcome back. One of my other hobbies besides booktube is theater. And so on my bookshelf, besides books, I also have a lot of plays. So I wanted to do a video for you guys talking about the plays that I have on my bookshelf and telling you a little bit about each of those plays. So let's get started. The first play I have on my bookshelf is Wait Until Dark by Frederick Knott. Wait Until Dark is a thriller, and it's basically about these two con men that get blackmailed into trying to get this blind woman to give them a doll that she supposedly has in her apartment that's supposed to be filled with heroin. And it's just really interesting because the con men are obviously trying to con the blind woman, and the blind woman is having help from her neighbor girl. It's super interesting, and the climax of the play ends up being in total darkness to kind of level the playing field between the con men and Susie, who is the blind woman. I love this play so much. I've seen it staged twice, and I'm so happy to have it as a part of my permanent collection. The next play I have on my shelf is The Diary of Anne Frank, and this play is by Francis Goodrich and Albert Hackett, and it's newly adapted by Wendy Kesselman. This obviously has to do with the book, The Diary of Anne Frank. I'm sure that we all know what that book is. And the really interesting thing about the stage play is that during the intermission, when actors would normally leave the stage, I have seen it staged where the actors stay on stage and kind of busy themselves quietly all through intermission. And this kind of builds the tension and feel like they are right there with the Frank family in the annex, which I thoroughly enjoyed. The reason that I own this play is because I took a Holocaust and theater class, and this was one of the plays that we read, and I'm so happy that I read the play after I had seen it already staged, because I was able to remember what it was like seeing it staged, and I've also read the book, so it's just really cool to get all of those different insights. The next play on my shelf is Crimes of the Heart by Beth Henley. This play is about three sisters, and it really just focuses on the relationship between the three sisters. I have this play because I took a directing class a few years ago, and one of the assignments was to direct a scene from this play. I really loved reading this play, and instead of selling it back to the bookstore, I decided to hang on to it because I just love having plays on my shelf, especially ones I thoroughly enjoyed reading. The next play on my shelf is I Ought to Be in Pictures by Neil Simon. This play is about a girl by the name of Libby, and Libby goes to Los Angeles to reunite with her father Herb, and Herb is a screenwriter, and so Libby kind of lets it out that she's an aspiring actress and kind of wants to get in the business, but it's more about rekindling the relationship between Libby and Herb, and this is just really heartfelt. I love Neil Simon plays. I was the stage manager for Neil Simon's play Fools in high school, and I just kind of fell in love with Neil Simon, and I also directed a scene from this for my directing class. It just holds a really special place in my heart, and I just really love reading this play. The next play on my bookshelf is The Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov. This is my first Chekhov play that I've read, and it basically centers around a family that has to sell their estate, including their cherry orchard, to pay off back debts. This was the first play that I stage managed in college, and I had such a great time. A lot of people don't like Chekhov, they think he's a little dry, but I absolutely loved working on a Chekhov play, and I would definitely do it again in the future. And the last play I have on my shelf right now is Mother Hicks by Susan Zeter. The reason I have this is because I am currently assistant stage managing this production for school, and so I have this obviously to be able to go to rehearsal and prepare my prom book and everything like that. This play is part of a trilogy. The first one is The Taste of Sunrise, the second one is Mother Hicks, and then the last one is The Edge of Peace, I believe. And Mother Hicks focuses around this town in southern Illinois, and they believe that this woman who used to be a midwife is a witch. There's also a girl who is orphaned, and she's passed around from family to family. This play picks up when the family that she had gotten used to decides to move to a different part of the state, and so she's passed on to a very strict Catholic family, and there's just everything that goes along with that. It's really interesting. I'm absolutely loving being a part of this production, and the unique thing about these plays is that there's a deaf character, and this is the first play that we've done at my college that has a deaf character. I am minoring in sign language myself, so I think that this is a really great experience for me to kind of further develop my sign language and use it in a new theatrical way, which is what I hopefully want to do sometime in the future, maybe eventually. So I'm having a lot of fun with this play. It's a great play. It's theater for young audiences, so that's really nice too. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And those are all the plays that I have on my bookshelf right now. Are any of you guys into theater? Do you have plays on your bookshelf? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!